Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Storytime with Miss Crystal. Today, we'll be reading The Berenstain Bears, Blessed Are the Peacemakers. The author and illustrator of our story is Mike Berenstain. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this story. The Bear Country School was mostly a peaceful sort of place. Most of the cubs got along with each other most of the time. True, there could be minor squabbles. Voices were sometimes raised, angry words were sometimes spoken, but most of the time, most of the cubs were calm and peaceful, except for Too Tall Grizzly and his gang. Too Tall was a bit of a troublemaker. His gang was always having problems with other cubs. When they were around, there could be teasing, there could be name-calling, there could be pushing and shoving. Too Tall's gang had the most trouble with Ferdy Factual and his friends. Ferdy was one of the best students in the school. His friends were cubs like Cousin Fred and Trudy Brunowitz, who were good students just like him. Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends simply did not get along. Brother and Sister Bear did not belong to either group. They liked to get along with everyone, including Too Tall and Ferdy, and they did. But one thing that everyone at this school did agree on was the all-school play. It was the biggest event of the year. Anyone could try out for a part, and everyone helped with scenery, sets, and other jobs. All the students' family came to the performance, as well as other folks from around Bear Country who just enjoyed a good show. This year's play was Romeo and Grizzliette by William Shakespeare. Students crowded into the auditorium for tryouts. Brother and sister were there, of course, and Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends were there too. All the cubs tried out for parts, one after the other. Finally, Teacher Jane announced the roles. Brother and sister had small parts. Even Too Tall had a role. But the main roles, Romeo and Grizzliette, went to Ferdy Factual and Queenie McBear. Everyone was a little surprised. After all, Queenie was part of Too Tall's gang, and usually she and Ferdy did not get along. Things could get a little weird with them playing a boy and a girl who were in love. Out on the schoolyard, after tryouts, Too Tall decided to make trouble with Ferdy. "Look out," said Too Tall, bumping into Ferdy on purpose. "Hey, watch where you are going," said Ferdy. "You want to make something of it?" asked Too Tall. Ferdy's friend, Trudy Brunowitz, came up. "Yes," she said, "we do." "You leave Too Tall alone," said Queenie, coming up to help Too Tall. Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends gathered around. There was name-calling and teasing. There was pushing and shoving. Brother and sister saw what was going on and rushed over. They didn't want any of their friends to get hurt. Okay, break it up," said Brother, getting in between Too Tall and Ferdy. Sister got between Queenie and Trudy. "Let's remember what it says in the Bible," said Cousin Fred, who liked to memorize things. "Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness." "Huh?" said Too Tall. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means that if you make peace," explained Ferdy, "you will get a rich reward." "Oh, cool," said Too Tall. "Well, you just stay away from Queenie, except in the school play, and not too close there, pal." "Really, Too Tall," said Queenie, "I can take care of myself." There were rehearsals for the school play every day. Romeo and Grizzliette was quite an exciting story. It was about two families who did not get along at all. But when a boy and girl from each family fell in love and wanted to get married, the two families became even angrier. A big fight broke out, with sword fighting and everything. Brother and sister soon learned their lines. Ferdy and Queenie did very well too. In fact, even though Ferdy and Queenie had not always gotten along, they seemed to be getting along just fine now. Soon, the night of the big play arrived. Families of all the cubs in school came, and lots of other folks from all around Bear Country too. Mayor and Mrs. Honeypot were there, as well as Preacher Brown and his wife. Even Squire and Lady Grizzly decided to come. The play was going beautifully. There was sword fighting galore. In the middle of the play, Romeo and Grizzlyette stood on a balcony to say how much they loved each other. It was very convincing. In fact, it was a little too convincing for Too Tall. "Hey, you little furball," he suddenly yelled. "You leave Queenie alone." Too Tall started to climb up onto the balcony to get at Ferdy. When Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends who were in the play saw what was happening, they got upset. They started to push and shove. They started to yell and shout. When the families in the audience saw their cubs fighting on stage, they got angry too. They started heading for the stage to help their cubs. Everybody was getting into the act. "Stop!" cried a very loud voice. It was Squire Grizzly. He went quickly up on stage with Mayor Honeypot and Preacher Brown. They stood in the middle of the crowd and held them apart. "Stop this disgraceful brawling at once," said Squire Grizzly. "You should all be ashamed of yourselves." "But," began Too Tall, "it all started with this little fuzzface." "I don't want to hear any name-calling, and there'll be no excuses," interrupted the squire. "There's never an excuse for starting a fight." "That's right," said Preacher Brown. "Remember what the Bible says. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Everyone felt ashamed and very foolish. Brother and sister who had rushed forward to help with the peacekeeping on stage now helped some of the audience back to their seats, and the play went on. It was a great success. At the end of the play, the cast lined up on the stage. All the cubs, Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends included, joined hands and bowed to the audience. The applause was loud and long. After the great Romeo and Grizzlyette fight, things were very different between Too Tall's gang and Ferdy's friends. They never exactly became best buds, but now there was peace between them, and the peace-loving Peacemakers, Brother and Sister Bear, were good friends to them all as usual. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this reading of the Berenstain Bears, Blessed Are the Peacemakers. If you would like to add this book to your collection, I'll have it linked down below in the description box. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any uploads that I add. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon in a couple of days with a new read aloud. Bye-bye!